comes from a family of fabulous singing voices. He sang in a men's choir in Holland. He sang in church. He sang in operettas, plays, and I don't know about funerals in Holland, but anyway. So, and then in I don't know what year it was, but during the war, I got conscripted to Germany, and he was a baker there, and he baked bread for, was it the regular people or for the German army?
No, the
Regular people, okay. So then after he came home in November 13th, 1946, Paul married Pammy, Minka, Scott, Mimi. Yeah, Mimi. And then in 1950, they came to America with a 6.5-year-old niece, me, and came to Ogden, Utah, and Pa worked hard all his life. Right at first he had 3 jobs. He worked 3 jobs to keep his family going. And he worked at Wolfius Dairy, he worked at Rogers Egg Farm, and I remember him telling me that he would poke holes in the end of the eggs and suck out the egg, the raw egg, and eat it, and then put water back in it and put the eggs back. And then he worked for
Real man of genius.
And he worked for Continental Bakery. We all know that. Then he also cleaned railroad clinic for Dr. Stratford for I think 10 years. So then Paul was also busy with singing. He sang at funerals, in church, was in the Southern Pacific Men's Choir, which is now called the Men of Song. He was in a Dutch choir. They had a Dutch ward for quite a while that met once a month, and he was in the presidency of that, and then he sang with them. And I'm trying to remember what else I wrote down.
All this is in the paper?
No. I told them they pick what they want. They pick what they want.
I know, I got this.
And then, yeah.
April 25th, 1951.
Yeah, okay. Married in Temple, April 25th, 1951. Let's see. Oh, yes. He was asked to try out for the Tabernacle Choir, but he couldn't do it because of his erratic schedule in the bakery. Because then, when he was at the bakery, he'd go to work and come home at 2 or 3 in the morning. As a matter of fact, I remember him saying that more than once, he had to wait for a train, and he would fall asleep and wake up an hour or 2 later, and we were just talking about drive his car and get home and drive his car. And what else? Became citizens, but I don't know when. And he has 6 grandchildren, 16 great-grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. Great-great, right, yeah.
And a very patient man.
Did I miss anything?
Yes, he used to be.
No. So that's kind of, Pa's had a busy life, really. Oh, I know. Every year we went to San Clemente, California, because they love to go to the beach. And I remember we pitched the tent and everything, and then we'd have to walk clear down to go to the ocean, and there was always a railroad track there. If a train was coming, you had to wait, or you took your life into your own hands. And then went to Yellowstone a couple of times. I remember that too. Yeah. So. Yes. Okay, Shelley's going to tell you something now.
You want to make here?
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Shelley, cry. Come on, baby.
A lot of fun things you did, so I remember.
It's a birthday party, not a funeral.
Monica,
rather remember. I know Jeff and Chris will remember because Jeff had casts on his legs. But one of the times we did is we went to, we're going to the Ponderosa Ranch in California. And poor Jeff, he had casts on his leg. He couldn't ride the horses and stuff. But the funniest thing at that time for me was how they built this outhouse, our little outhouse. And yeah, you were little though.
I vaguely remember it.
And I still have the picture that I took a picture of Pa, and you know how Pa always likes to take his teeth out and be funny. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they stood in front of the outhouse.
Do you remember that?
They had these
I remember that.
as teeth, but Pa is a jokester and he liked to do that all the time.
Oh yeah, and it was always the grandkids. Oh, Pa, take out your teeth. Take out your teeth.
And then many times, like when we lived in California, I remember coming home from school and seeing this red car at the house.
The old Monterey.
Yeah, and then all of a
Mercury
sudden,
Monterey.
It's like, I saw them and there's like, Pa.
Yeah, one time they came and Jeff was homesick and I'd gone to Relief Society. And he opened the door and he looked at him and he slammed the door in their face. And then he opened the door again. Oh, it's you. Something like that.
But if I could say anything to
Quiet, guys.
is that how much I love you, Pa.
Yes, that's what I forgot. We all love you.
And how precious those years that we had together, and hopefully we have many more.
Yes.
With that, 'cause that'll be a sad day for me. But anyways,
And all the time Shelley took care of your leg.
no, that was gross. But
About that experience.
Hey, Bob. Hey, you know what I remember the most about us
Quiet, you guys.
is going to Wonder Bread. Going to Wonder Bread on their tours and that, get a taste of bread, get the Twinkies and all that. That's what I remember most about us. Besides red car coming down Fountain Valley, coming down the road, hey, there's Bob Hammy. But anyways, hey, it's the Wonder Bread tours, I appreciate that. Hey, I remember when we was kids, you guys took us to Wonder Bread, and that's, hey, that meant a lot. Yeah, keep the scones, keep the scones.
Yeah.